I was born in Haiti. I was born in the northern part of Haiti in a city called Saint-Louis. I grew up in the countryside, a lot of agriculture farming. I moved to the city when I was 10 years old. When I moved to the city, because we were preparing to get our passport to move to the United States. And I went to get my passport. And then one of the things I needed to do was to sign my name. And then the lady asked me, sign your name. I told her I didn't know how to read and write. So they used my fingerprint to put in my passport to identify who I am. And then when I went home, the first thing they told me is like, if you want to go to America, you need to at least write your name. So I spent 3 weeks memorizing my name. I didn't know what else. I didn't know those alphabet. Those were foreign stuff to me. So I memorized my name and I came to the U.S. with pretty much absolutely no education. I was put in 7th grade, which is a shock to me because none of my parents know how to read and write. So I'm the first generation in my family that know how to read and write. And eventually I found myself in high school. So that was another shock to me again. But when I was a freshman in high school, I read an article about a guy by the name of Larry Ellison. He's the creator of Oracle. Oracle is a software company in California. And I read his story. His story is very fascinating. He was a young guy with no parents, never met his dad, he met his mom when he was like in his early 20s. But I find inspiration from his story. And I say to myself, one day I will become Larry Ellison and I will do anything it takes. When I finished high school, I realized I was the second one in my family to ever finish high school. I'm the youngest of 7 children. So I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Maybe I can go to college. So I didn't know anything. I didn't even know how to take the ACT. So I took a break. I took a 2-year break. I lived in Boston for 2 years, and that was really, really cool. Living in Boston, I was hanging out with very, very educated people. And then I realized that those people were not anything special that I couldn't do. So when I returned back to Florida, one of my friends convinced me to come to Utah. He was going to BYU. And I came to Utah, and then I applied for UVU. I got into UVU. And then I realized that, I can do that. I can do this. The biggest advice I would give people is in my mind, I was thinking those guys were better than me. I was like, man, those guys have a dad. I mean, the mom would know how to read. They went to elementary, they went to middle school. They were so much educated than me. They were so much better than me. And I realized this is totally not true. I can compete with those guys. I mean, literally, you can compete with those guys. It doesn't matter. They have so many stuff than me. If I knew that way, way ahead, like maybe in middle school and high school, I would be so ahead. I did not take initiative because I always feel like, well, those guys will do it because they know better than me. I would have taken initiative and say, yeah, I can do just like good as they could do it. 5 years from now, I would like to at least finish my undergrad and completely get the mindset that I am different from someone. I'm still struggling with it. Thinking, oh, this guy, maybe I cannot do it. I want completely to get this completely out of my mind that I'm capable of doing anything just like everyone else. If you do incremental, small step, eventually will come. I mean, think about it. If it take me 10 years to finish college, but if I take, 2 credit or 6 credit every semester, eventually I will get there. If you keep doing it, there is nothing that will stop you from getting there.